Introducing Wendy's hot stuffed baked potatoes. Delicious baked potatoes stuffed 5 ways. Get one with cheese. Or bacon and cheese. Broccoli and cheese. Wendy's chili and cheese.
Wendy's.
Or sour cream and chives.
That makes 5.
Wendy's new hot stuffed baked potatoes. Get them while they're hot. For Wendy's kind of people.
The lemon. Only new formula Sunlight dishwashing liquid has the juice of 1 whole lemon. And now new Sunlight has more cleaning power, more suds to cut grease better and get all baked on, caked on, stuck on food. So no matter how you squeeze it, twist it, squirt it, stack it, no matter how you slice it, nothing cuts grease and cleans better than new formula Sunlight.
I'll never forget my first speaking part. There were only 2 words to remember. Money was pretty tight back then, so I started using Suave. After I got discovered, I tried those expensive shampoos and conditioners and made a little discovery of my own. They weren't any better than Suave. They just cost more. These days, it's not hard to spend a fortune on your hair. I don't. Suave just makes me look like I do.
Suave makes you look as if you spent a fortune on your hair.
If I take Comtrex for a cold with stuffy nose, aches, sneezing, and coughs, do I still need a nasal decongestant?
All you need is Comtrex. That's all, nothing else.
With Comtrex, do I still need a cough medicine?
Comtrex. That's all, nothing else.
None of these can do for a cold what Comtrex, multi-symptom cold reliever, does. Because all by itself, Comtrex relieves every major cold symptom.
So when I get a cold with all those symptoms, all I need is Comtrex.
Comtrex. That's all, nothing else. From Bristol-Myers. JCPenney USA, this week's buying guide to pre-holiday savings. Featuring fine dinnerware from Mikasa. All these beautiful patterns are 20 to 50% off. And save 20 to 50% on all our blankets, too. Save $5 on Hunt Club sweaters and cord jeans. And take 20 to 33% off jackets for guys and kids. JCPenney USA. Savings for you and your home at JCPenney now.
Why do you insist on Preparation H?
I can live with hemorrhoids thanks to Preparation H. The symptoms I get are swelling, pain, and itching. As long as I use Preparation H, I can forget about them.
Preparation H often gives temporary relief from pain and itch flare-ups, even helps shrink swelling of inflamed hemorrhoidal tissues.
Preparation H works so well for me, I don't have any reason to try anything else.
Preparation H relieves pain and itch, even helps shrink swelling.
Inside every cat, there's a fun-loving kitten. Coax him out with new Pounds cat treats.
Here's Pounds, a brand new way to get the kitten in your cat to come out and play. Pounds brings out the kitten in your cat.
Your cat will pounce on delicious new Pounds cat treats, packed with real liver, kidney, chicken, or beef, for quality protein and great taste.
Pounds brings out the kitten, the fun-loving kitten brings out the kitten in your cat. Pounds.
New Pounds cat treats from Puss in Boots.
Back in 1979, I did a commercial that showed my crew repairing this street here in Oklahoma City. We used a fabric underliner developed by Phillips Petroleum that helped streets last longer. And did it work? Absolutely. This street hasn't needed a single repair since then. It's nice to know you can fix something and have it stay fixed, especially when it saves you tax dollars, year after year.
Fine products for you and your car from Phillips Petroleum, the performance company. NBC Movie of the Week returns following these messages.
Tonight, David Bowie, Jackson Brown, ZZ Top, The Police, a hot new video by Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, and more on Friday Night Videos. Be there.
3 short years ago, our economy was bad news. If prices had kept going the way they were then, our grocery list would be pretty skimpy. But thanks to President Reagan and the Republicans, we can afford to spend over $50 more on food each month. That's $680 more in a year, and more on clothes and everything else we need. And that's because President Reagan and the Republicans have cut inflation by more than 3/4. Now there's some good news to think about.
The typical gas furnace sends a lot of your heating dollars right up the chimney. So Amana presents the money-saving Energy Command gas furnace with Amana's exclusive heat transfer module. It captures the heat typical gas furnaces lose to cut heating costs nearly 1/3 and can give you twice as much hot water as a standard 40-gallon water heater. This winter, save your fuel dollars with the Amana Energy Command.
L&L Heating and Cooling Springfield, Matheny Heating and Air Conditioning Decatur.
This is the WICS 20 News Update.
President Reagan has arrived in South Korea as he continues his Asian tour. Congressional leaders have agreed on a compromise emergency spending bill. 700 United States soldiers returned from Grenada today, Veterans Day observed in Springfield and Decatur. A compromise reached on the U.S. Civil Rights Commission. We'll have more news, weather, and sports tonight at 10.
For a step up in mobile home living, Pheasant Run, 4535 East Cook, where Cook Street meets I-55 in Springfield.
The Tonight Show, tonight at 10:30.
Continue with CaddyShack, starring Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, and Ted Knight.
Waiting here long?
Very unoriginal.
Your legs must be fatigued.
Pooped out.
Let me introduce myself. I'm new Legs Active Support Pantyhose with two-step support.
That's original.
I put effective support here and here, where legs can tire most. That's 2 steps to help prevent pooped-out legs.
Ooh, and comfy. See ya.
New Legs Active Support, 2 giant steps for tired leg kind.
Waiting here long?
For the first time in his life, he's struggling, having a hard time in math. He needs help. He can get that help with the home computer from Texas Instruments. It has more educational cartridges than any other computer. They challenge, encourage, make learning fun. The home computer from Texas Instruments. It can give your child a head start in school that could last a lifetime. In just a few years, your child can grow to nearly twice his size. And as he grows, his need for calcium grows too. But there's never been a children's vitamin with calcium until we created Flintstones Complete, with essential vitamins and minerals to help complete a balanced diet, plus calcium to help build strong bones. Flintstones Complete, with calcium to help complete their growing needs.
There is something very special about the taste of 7-Up that's unlike any other soft drink. Maybe because 7-Up has no artificial flavor and no artificial color. Never had it, never will. And no caffeine. Never had it, never will. Whatever it is that makes 7-Up so refreshingly different, the other soft drinks never had it. Never will.
NBC Movie of the Week returns following these messages.
Saturday night, you'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll lose control with Tootsie's Oscar nominee Terry Garr when Saturday night is live.
It's bigger than the both of us.
This is NBC News Digest. Here's Chuck Scarborough, NBC News.
Good evening. Veterans Day ceremonies today emphasized the recent military dead from the terrorist bomb in Beirut and the invasion of Grenada. A wreath was placed on the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. Riot police broke up street marches in several Polish cities today, Poland's Independence Day. Jesse Jackson is the first of 8 Democratic candidates for president to have Secret Service protection. Jackson said yesterday death threats against him have increased since his candidacy. And congressional negotiators reached agreement today on a compromise spending bill to run the government. Both the House and the Senate meet tomorrow to consider that bill. I'm Chuck Scarborough in New York. More news later on this NBC station and on NBC News overnight.
Why does a machine built to run slow down for sugar-free light cola? Taste. Why does an engine rarely idle stop for sugar-free light? Taste. The 7-Up company blended NutraSweet into sugar-free light cola for the sweetness of sugar with no sugar, for a taste even people who don't need to diet love. Why does this machine cool its engine with sugar-free light? Taste. New sugar-free light cola with NutraSweet.
sweet for someone not necessarily on a diet. From the 7-Up Company.
Stains. Tough stains on laundry. Today there's a liquid laundry detergent that lets you wipe them off, even set in mustard. Like that. Era Plus. The plus is protein, because many stains, like mustard and blood, are made of protein, and protein gets out protein. Nothing gets out every stain, but Era Plus gets out some of the toughest, with the surprising cleaning power of protein.
A health threat strikes a daycare center. This story and more on the next edition of Health Beat.
Saturday at 4:30 here on 20. Pick of the night, tonight at 11:30.
We continue with CaddyShack, starring Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, and Ted Knight.